visuals and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another film review, a spoiler-free film review. We've got a couple up going up over the next couple of days and whatnot, because we've got the spoiler-free review for Kraven the Hunter, and we've also got the spoiler-free review for this particular video, and it's of course Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. The War of the Rohirrim is officially out now. You can go check it out. We'll be doing a spoiler-free review. I don't know when we can do a spoiler-heavy one, because obviously I want Chris there and shit. Great way to do professional. Get me on the red carpet. Professional. Yeah, so I don't know, because Chris, I don't know if we're doing podcasts together, because he's got a lot of stuff on. It's Christmas parties, stuff all happening in the next few weeks and whatnot. We'll try and get it up at some point. But anyway, we can still do a spoiler-free review. I've checked it out, and I'm going to tell you straight away, I fucking love the film. I know, typical Dan, he loves the film. Dan's watched the film and he loves it. He's giving it 10 out of 10. Away we go. He's biased as shit. Of course I'm biased as well, because this is one of potentially my favourite franchise of all time anyway. But yes, I watched Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, and I'm sorry, but it's true. It was really, really fun. Now, okay, I do have notes, don't worry. I'll go through some of my notes in a sec. I understand some people were comprehensive, is that the word? Or they were a bit nervous when this was coming out. My girlfriend's a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and she's probably a bigger Lord of the Rings nerd than me. I wouldn't be surprised if she knows way more than me. But she wasn't overly impressed when I showed her the trailer and stuff about like the animation, making it anime and stuff. I personally loved it. It was combining two worlds that I absolutely adore. Anime and the Lord of the Rings, chucking it together. Because we've seen Lord of the Rings animated before with the OG films and shit, so that's not a problem. A lot of people love them films. But to see an anime form, I had so much fun with it in this particular art style. Seeing Middle-earth in this art style, and especially like a place like Rohan and shit, I thought it worked so unbelievably well. Also, this is where I've got it in my notes, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Hera, our main character for this film, I'm fairly certain in the original story, she's unnamed. Is that correct? If I remember correctly, I'm sure she's unnamed. And I know that some people, or at least if she is named, she hasn't got a huge part. And I know some people are going to be a bit, oh God, here we go, just making a woman the main character for the sake of it. People are going to have that argument. And sometimes I even understand that argument, but we've seen powerful women come from Rohan itself. And I think having Hera, our main character for this, yes, I know it's mostly about Helmhammerhand and Helm's Deep and the naming of that and whatnot, but I thought she did a fantastic job with this character at being this main role. And I didn't mind that we had this new character, this new shield maiden, this new princess of Rohan to follow in this story. I thought it was a fucking awesome little take on things. Sorry, I know I'm probably sounding very PC and political and shit right now. I just thought, if anybody twines, I personally don't get it. And I'm not telling you how to enjoy your Lord of the Rings. I know some people was completely dissatisfied with Rings of Power Season 1 and Season 2. I thought Season 1 was cool and fine, but I adored Season 2. I thought Season 2 was fucking phenomenal. So, I mean, however you want to enjoy it, go for it. It's just for anybody that does have comments like that. For me, personally, I really enjoyed seeing this character of Hera explored a hell of a lot more than from what we have. If my memory serves me correct, that is anyway. I thought it was an absolutely bang-on choice. I'm remembering correctly as well, this particular story set 183 years? It's about the 200-year mark before the original trilogy, so there's a good bit of time between this story and seeing our original trilogy, or our original story of the War of the Ring. Like I said, it's the story of Helmhammerhand and his daughter Hera. There are other key components at play. We've got Wolf, who's a Dunlanden. As well, I've always said Dunlanden, or from Dunland. If you're not like my Pokemon shit as well, I never know if I ever pronounce it. I'll spend my entire life pronouncing shit the way I've heard it or read it or whatever. And it's one of them things in Lord of the Rings, I never know if I pronounce right, but I've done it. Wolf is a Dunlander. It just sounds weird. But anyway, he's a key component in this story as well. Obviously, we see, like I said, the Hornburg turning into Helm's Deep. There's a claim to the throne from these people from Dunland about, oh, really, we're a descendant from said king from Rohan and whatnot. And it's a war between, like Dunland and Rohan for this, for the overall what was the word? Control and command of the country of Rohan and stuff like that. We get the Blackest Night, well, the Dark Knight, whatever the fuck it's not the Batman. We get a cool, awesome, basically battle. I think, was it called the Black Knight or the Longest Night or some shit like that? Fuck me, my memory is not serving me well today at all, is it? fucking give a review on fucking Lord of the Rings. I can't even speak Lord of the fucking Rings. Fucking hell. We get this awesome battle. Helm Hammerhand in this is fucking phenomenal as well. The story and legend that is Helm Hammerhand is absolutely amazing. It's sending fear into the heart of people and whatnot. We get to see some cool little orc bits. I will say there was one bit that made me go a little bit, because Hera is supposed to be this pretty girl and whatnot. We do get a moment where an orc lifts her up, and I was thinking, oh, I haven't stumbled into the wrong movie theatre, have I? This isn't some weird hentai shit that's about to go down, is it? Just because obviously they animate the woman parts into her and shit. And I'm not going to lie, for a split second, my head was like, we're not going there, are we? It doesn't, don't worry. We still fully stick Lord of the Rings. It's normal shenanigans. It's not hentai stuff. But if anybody else picks up when this happens, please let me know if you went to the same route I did. I have the actors and actresses and whatnot written down because we've got Miranda Otto. She's back as Eowyn, but not in the actual story. You'll see. I've never heard of, is it Gianna Weisshayer, the voice of Hera? She did an absolutely great job. Sir Christopher Lee back as Saruman. Obviously, not back. I think his family or his estate give permission to use old recordings and stuff of his voice to use as Saruman. So to hear Christopher Lee back in that role, oh my god, it was absolutely phenomenal. I don't know who plays Wolfite. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce his name. We have Brian Cox playing Helm Hammerhand, who was absolutely. Whoever did that casting hit the hammer right, hit the nail right. I can't even fucking say normal metaphors. Hit the nail right on the head, because he was another phenomenal casting. It was cool to see the red carpet event like a week or so ago as well. Sir Ian McKellen there, Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, a few of the boysies and girlies were there for it. But I really had a fun time with this film. Anytime we get a chance to be back in Middle Earth, whether it be through Rings of Power or War of the Rohirrim, or if we are going to get a Hunt for Gollum film, which I think looks pretty much certain at this point, when we're exploring Tolkien's work in any way, shape or form, I'm always excited, I'm always happy. And like I said, I understand, because it's such beloved work. The Lord of the Rings fans are such passionate fans about this particular franchise. And I understand that some people want it treated a certain way, or want to see a certain story told, or maybe keep it more traditional. But we know that the live action stuff hasn't been exactly parallel to the books. It's took its own steps, and it's took its own stuff, and had different outcomes and whatnot. So there's a bit of liberty there. So I know that this doesn't go exact as again, because Hera for me is a relatively new character. But I'm always so excited, and we stepped into this world, and I just fell in love straight away. Rohan's my favourite country in all of Lord of the Rings, over the Shire, or I don't think the Shire class of the country, but over like the Kingdom of Gondor and stuff, or if we're looking at Mordor, wherever. Rohan's my favourite place. Always has been, always will be. I just love the place. To get this cool adventure on a not so much huge portion of Lord of the Rings lore and history, well, there's a fair bit of it, but it's not like the biggest part of Lord of the Rings history. And to the fact that I've forgotten quite a shitload about it, I need to refresh my memory. Was amazing to see this Helm's Deep, to see Helm Hammerhand, who was such a legendary, heroic, powerful figure. The man is a genuine legend in the world of Lord of the Rings. To see him up close and doing fights and fighting off whoever it may be, an orc or a Dunlander, whoever it is he's fighting off. To see Hera take charge, the moments with the eagles, the moments when she's on horseback looking like a true rider of Rohan doing her stuff. The story just flowed amazing. The animation was great. The music was gripping. The voice acting was absolutely on point and perfect. I think the casting, whoever did it, did a phenomenal job. I know I'm super biased because I love Lord of the Rings, and I'm always like it takes me ages to find like loads of negatives, but I don't think I can. Not me saying that there isn't negatives to this film. People will be able to find all kinds of negatives. I'm just more of a simplified brain. I'm more of like, oh, I got Rohan, oh, I got some orcs, oh, Dunlanders, okay, fine, hey. I'm a simple, moronic fucking idiot, I get it. But I just had so much fun. I was sat there on the cinema on my own. I had to go watch one on my own. I know, feel sorry for me, feel bad for me. And just sinking right back in, and like when we're seeing the Lord of the Rings writing and hearing the music and shit, I was just so happy to be back in the cinema experiencing a new story to add to the... we call it the Jackson verse at this point. What do we call Peter Jackson's version of the Lord of the Rings world? Because obviously he was heavily involved in this film. And we call it... I don't actually know what... I'm going to call it the Jackson verse. I don't know if that's too Michael Jackson-y or what. But it was super, super great and super, super fun. Like I said, the art style I absolutely loved. And yeah, it's hard for me to find a negative. I was just sucked right back into the world of Lord of the Rings, back into Middle-earth, into Rohan, Helm Hammerhand, Helm's Deep, Hera, Wolf, a great antagonist who was phenomenal in this. Seeing some orcs and whatnot, getting little references and whatnot here and there, little tiny little Easter eggs. I think any Lord of the Rings fan, providing you don't mind this art style, I think we'll have a great time with it. 110%, if you don't like this art style, I completely see why you'd say, oh, I don't like it, why have they made it anime? Like I said, my girlfriend does like this art style for it, and I've got no arguments there. It's just not for you. It's, you know, if they made it stop motion or if they made it fucking like Thunderbird's puppets, I'm like, why are we doing it? That would actually be quite fun to see. There'll be an art style that maybe they do Lord of the Rings one day that I don't like, and it'll be like, okay, fair enough. But Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, it gets a massive billion out of 10 for me. It really is fucking awesome. It really is something out of this world. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like I said, the Lord of the Rings little merc in me, just being happy. I was just in love with it from the second I got the trailer, from I heard what story we were getting in Rohan, and I don't know. I'd seen like I said, everyone at the press conferences and shit, and back into this Lord of the Rings circle and hype. Well, I don't know if that's the massive part to play in it. I just loved it so friggin' much. It was awesome. It was fun. It was jaw-dropping. It was gritty. It was the action sequence was great. The animation to do the fight sequences were great. The legend of Hal Hammerhand, seeing Hal Hammerhand, hearing him, Helm's Deep, it was all there for me. I fucking loved it. That was my absolutely mashed up, horrible attempt at a War of the Rohirrim. I feel like I've just butchered the shit out of that. I've butchered most shit. My point is, War of the Rohirrim is fucking phenomenal. Please, please, please check it out. Like I said, I've given it a billion out of fucking 10. I've been way out there. It's so much fun. Absolutely loved it. But yeah, I recommend you check it out, especially, you know, where everyone's winding down for the Christmas period. Hopefully you got a few days off over Christmas or whatever. Get yourself to the cinema and check out War of the Rohirrim. Let us know what you think of my thoughts, or let you know what you think of my review in the comments below, visuals. A lot of you, like I said, might disagree. It might not have been for you. Might not have particularly liked it. Like I said, I think I'm in... do you reckon the minority of people like Rings of Power and the majority aren't big fans of it? I don't know. I'm definitely in the minority. Sorry, I thought somebody would move some Lego there. I think I'm in maybe the minority of the Rings of Power stuff. I don't actually know. Maybe it's 50-50. But let me know what you think, please, in the comments below. Do you see a bright future for Lord of the Rings? Should we get more animated at least, style of Lord of the Rings stuff in the future? Going forward, what are your thoughts? What do you think of the review? What do you think of the film? But there we go, viewers. My spoiler-free review for War of the Rohirrim. Go check it out now. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the fucking best. But always keep being you and keep on keeping on.